Hello, and welcome to the AgriBusiness Global Report. I'm your host, Sarah Webb, editor of AgriBusiness Global. In this segment, I speak with Ignacio Domínguez, recently named CEO of Rovensa, which recently completed the integration of 12 biosolution companies into a single business. Domínguez talks about what these integrations mean for the company, offers advice for other companies pursuing a similar strategy, outlines his vision as CEO, and more. Thanks for tuning in. Ignacio, thank you so much for joining me today. Now that Rovensa has integrated 12 biosolutions companies into one single business, would you say that the integration of these biosolutions companies mirrors a wider trend happening within the industry?
Well, I think that we're coming from a very fragmented universe. And yes, the industry is moving towards consolidation and integration to meet global sustainable demands. There is no doubt about it. And at the same time, farmers, they're becoming much more professionalized in many places of the world, and they're looking for single source partners that can provide holistic biosolutions basic programs. And that is something that we're trying to do, but we're not the only one. Biosolution companies are joining forces to create broader portfolios, stronger R&D platforms, and global reach. And we are doing exactly that. When we are thinking, one of the benefits that we're having from integration is that we're having these capabilities that are bringing us access, portfolio, innovation, and so on. So, there's a growing pressure as well from the regulatory world and pressure from the investment that requires today deliver innovation, and also doing those in scalable solutions are in favor of integration. So, when we were unifying these 12 companies, Rovensa Next mirrors and amplifies this trend. We're positioning ourselves on the forefront of the industry transformation.
Absolutely, well said. And I understand you've recently been named the company's new CEO. As CEO moving forward, can you talk to me a little bit about some of your long-term visions and goals?
Well, insisting on some of the things that I've already said, strengthening governance, strategic clarity, and disciplined capital allocation across the group is the first thing that comes to my mind, immediately. But then we need to empower Rovensa Next in order to consolidate the leadership in the biosolution platform globally. We need to sustain and support both business because that Rovensa, we do have the biosolutions business, which is Rovensa Next, and the crop protection, which is Ascensa and Selectis. And we need to support those two businesses that not always they have the same needs nor the same approach. We need to accelerate the global expansion because today, it's interesting that many times people ask me, are you Portuguese? Are you Spaniards? And I'm saying, no, we are American. 60% of our business happens in the America. And for us, accelerate this global expansion is a key growth driver for markets like our presence in the US, in Brazil, in APAC, and of course in Europe, because we want to maintain that in Europe. Then we have the ambition to position ourselves, to elevate ourselves as the reference for quality, efficacy, and responsible agricultural practices. And that means that we need to have a team that is aligned with that feels proud, that feels motivated around the mission to biosolutionize agriculture. So, embedded knowledge sharing and capability building is part of the strategic pillars that we're putting. And as I said before, is not enough with what we have today. We need to be at the forefront of innovation, and R&D and a contribution is critical for us when we're driving, the field expertise and collaborations. So this innovation is not only coming from us, we are very active also on seeking cooperations and collaborations with R&D centers all over the world.
Thanks again for joining for this segment of the AgriBusiness Global Report. I'm your host, Sarah Webb. Until next time.